Hello and welcome to Living with the Landspeeder, where we Star Warsify Disney parks, one attraction at a time, and this is Chapter 13. I'm your host, Ryan, joined by my good pal, Katrin.
Heyo.
And my other good pal, Derek. And tonight...
That's me.
Oh, that's
yeah, I want to say heyo or something, too.
Well,
that's me.
Right on me. It's fine.
You got to work on your phrase, because Katrin's ready for it. He says, heyo, so you got to
just give me a chance.
You got to pop right in there.
You just
I
gotta
did.
pop in.
You just
I
got to
popped
go.
in and it interrupted you. You just like zoom right past.
I'm just really excited about our first female guest tonight.
You're so excited?
That she's here, that we have a guest. I'm excited for our guest, that we have a guest tonight.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
We have Jessie from Saved by the Bell. All right.
Hello.
I'm so scared.
Jenn Novotny from Main Street
Upon a Star
Electrical Podcast and Upon a Star Travel. Tonight, welcome to this crazy thing that we call Living with the Landspeeder.
Well, thanks so much for having me, guys. I'm super excited to be on tonight.
You're so excited.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
So a little backstory. Besides just that's like the greatest episode of 90s pop culture of
1000%.
anything. I was in Pittsburgh with Jen and Upon a Star, and we're sitting on this bus. And I look back at Jen and I was like, I figured it out. You look like Jessie Spano. And she immediately goes, I'm so excited. I was like, done. It's done. Oh.
I didn't even know there was a story behind it. I thought she was just excited to be here.
Well, I mean, I'm also excited to be here.
Yeah.
But that is like the quintessential Jessie Spano moment. Just
Yeah.
You made my whole trip with that.
Well,
really
Derek
good.
made Upon a Star's trip because like literally everybody loved having him.
Oh,
It was a good time. It was a good time.
That's why we have him on the
He's
show, so
blushing.
people like us. Without him, it's just catering,
It's
man. They're
nothing.
like, oh,
not those guys.
not those guys again. Aren't they on that other podcast?
Which is
They
also
make
very fun.
Hey, come on, you two. I look forward to every other Thursday.
Oh,
The Thursdays that we're not doing the podcast, but
Those weeks when it's I'm
I
geek.
love going to bed early.
oh man. We can let you go first tonight, so you can go to bed.
No.
No.
We're good. Ready.
But before we get to what we're doing tonight, I just wanted to mention that we've been discussing Ahsoka on I Am Geek.
Yes.
Mm.
And if you don't know I Am Geek, it's our other podcast, I Am Geek Show on YouTube, or I Am Geek, all squished together, one word. Just I Am Geek out there wherever you listen to podcasts. We've been discussing Ahsoka deep dives there, so check that out next week, or go back
Make
and
sure
watch the
you're
other ones.
caught up though, because we do spoil it every week.
We spoil it, yeah,
The
like crazy.
current episode. So
Oh, it's so good.
yeah.
Both your
Yeah.
guys' episodes and the episodes of
No.
Ahsoka.
Oh, thanks. I can't believe this. A little spoiler for this week's Ahsoka. I can't believe that we finally saw Jabba the Hutt again.
I know.
I can't believe we saw Chunkatron.
Does anybody get that joke?
Hold on. Just
Does nobody get the Jabba the Hutt
so
joke?
Jen's not watched any of it, so
I
we need
haven't
to
watched
hear.
it, so I won't get the joke, but I like Jabba the Hutt because he was in the original trilogy.
Derek,
so.
do you get the Jabba the Hutt joke?
No.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
Oh, wow. I know something Derek doesn't know.
Wow.
You could fill this podcast with stuff I don't know.
Okay, in the Rebels animated series, one of the first times Ezra introduces himself, like I forget who it is, one of the bad guys or whatever. We go, "What's your name?" And he goes, "It's Jabba the Hutt." So the big joke is every time Ezra pops on the screen somewhere, it's like, "Oh, look, it's Jabba the Hutt." So he calls himself Jabba the Hutt, and then another episode he calls himself Lando Calrissian. So on this week's we got to see Jabba the Hutt and Lando appear on Ahsoka.
There you
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I still
there's
like
a little
Chunky
deep
Thrawn.
dive for you.
I still like Chunky Thrawn. That's all.
Hey, he's been out in another galaxy for a while.
What's he eating out there? We'll talk about that on I Am Geek. But
Yeah,
That's right.
come on.
But it was an exciting episode this last week. So catch us next week. We'll talk about it. Woo! Anyways,
Woo.
such a
Woo.
good show.
So what are we doing this week?
This week, we asked Jen to come on because we were on Main Street Electrical Podcast. We recorded like last week,
Yeah.
and we'll be on in live
2
weeks.
2 weeks.
So it'll be up wherever you listen to podcasts. Will it be on YouTube?
Yes,
Oh,
it will
yeah.
also be on
Okay.
YouTube. Yep.
Great.
Awesome.
And it was an awesome episode.
Yeah,
It was so
Yes.
much fun.
we had
Loved it.
both podcasts on there were represented. So we had
Yeah.
Word.
I Am Geek. So Chris Street was on there, and Ryan, myself, and Derek the Frank.
Frank.
That's what I call it.
We always do that.
Derek
I didn't do it
Frank,
on purpose that time. But the Derek Frank.
I like
It was
Derek
a
D.
blast.
Frank. Yeah, and
And
we did
talked
the
about
top 10 Disney musical sequences in
Yes.
movies.
Yes,
we each
musical
had our
sequence.
top 10. Yes.
We
And
did.
some people didn't understand the assignment. That's all I'm going to say.
Me! It's me. I had two that I was like, oh yeah, this is a great one. And everyone's like, that's not part of the rules. I was like, oh, they're my rules.
My
Fine.
podcast. I can do whatever I want.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
no,
what we
David
do.
doesn't let me do that.
And shout out to David Dollar. He sent me this really awesome Star Wars care package.
so
So like,
Aw,
yeah, like
David
he said,
Dollar.
make sure you take a Lego break. Such a great
Oh.
guy.
Aw.
Thank
And if
David
you
Dollar.
like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification, you could be the lucky winner to watch Derek put that together.
Wow.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
On YouTube, there you go.
There you go.
Where do
No,
you-
he'll come to your house. He'll put it together.
And then walk out with it, and you get nothing.
Nothing. Except
And
that
you have to make me
he
a
was in your
sandwich.
presence.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So what ride are we?
So I asked Jen, what attraction would you like to do tonight? I said you could do any attraction in Walt Disney World.
Could be your favorite.
Could be your favorite.
So she picked her favorite.
And she gave me two. She gave me one, and I said, no, not that one.
He said no, and that's I did say this one's probably not going to be okay, but I have a backup.
Well, I haven't been on the other one. The one that you mentioned, Guardians. I haven't been on it yet.
Ooh. Oh no, then that won't work.
Oh.
Yeah. So then she said, "What about Dinosaur?" Oh, but we could have done Guardians. But then Caitlin
No,
was
it won't
like,
be as good if you
"Oh."
haven't been on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You
no,
got it
that's
right.
fine. And Dinosaur, let's be real, it's getting a retheme anyway. So
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. So perfect timing.
So
And
we'll
don't
fix
you?
it.
You're not a big fan of Dinosaur, right, Jen?
I mean, it's not my favorite.
I mean,
Like,
it's definitely in my top favorites.
It's not a lot of people's favorite, really.
I don't. Jen,
It seems
don't
like
like
it's
it
one of
either.
those. It's
Thank
like
you.
it's a love or hated kind
Yeah.
of ride.
It's my family's favorite.
Yeah.
One of the favorites, Animal Kingdom.
Well,
so.
It's my favorite because kids almost always cry on it.
Yeah.
And if you know anything about me, like my favorite Instagram channel is kids getting hurt. And it's because I was that kid. I was that kid. It's not because I'm just a horrible human, which I also am. But like there was one time, every time I'm on that ride, I make funny faces when they take the picture. And there's been some really good ones. But my favorite was there's a kid behind us and he was freaking out. I mean, full on meltdown, crying, ugly crying. And I'm like, oh, I got this. And it took the picture. I just went, and you can see him behind me bawling and me just mocking him.
Yeah.
It's great. I'll
Yeah.
post it. I'll post it on our Instagram.
I
It's
don't-
excellent.
I don't like it because I'm an old man, I guess. Because
Yep.
it's, but yeah, no, really, because I think it's too loud. I'm like, it's too loud in here. It hurts my ear.
okay,
I've never
that's
thought that,
really.
If
That's
it's
not
too
even the
loud,
reason
you're
for
too
me.
old. Yeah.
I
Too
know.
loud.
But the thing
So-
is, because that's the only thing I can figure out, because it's the same ride system and layout as Indiana Jones and Disneyland, and
Which I love.
and I got to do that, and I loved it. And
Yeah.
then Dinosaur, I'm like, eh.
No, listen, when it was Countdown to Extinction, CTX, although I do love the theme music, I'm not going to lie. I really love the theme music to CTX. If you haven't heard it, YouTube it. It's really great. But that was even more terrifying. I remember being on it for the first time with my college roommate, and we're doing the girl thing. We're like, ah! Like cuddled together. It was pathetic. The picture was ridiculous.
I ride with it with my
Yes.
fingers in my ear. And I'm
But
like,
it is
this
really
is cool,
loud.
but it's so loud.
Oh.
But it does have, I guess it still has Claire Huxtable on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, yeah.
That's the best part, Claire.
1000%.
Yeah.
She's great.
Mhm. As
I
long
like
as
that
it's
part.
as long as it's not Cliff.
No, Claire's fine.
Well, don't
Claire's
think
fine.
about it. Claire, we got.
Just clear.
Oh my lord.
It's got some dude on it too, right? I forget the dude.
Oh, Dr. Seeker with his little puppet.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's been a while since I've
Access
been on
denied.
Brady likes it, so I'll ride it with him.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm like
It's
proud of
'cause
myself when
Brady
I have
is
my eyes open the
awesome.
whole time.
It's because Brady's the cool person right here. Come on.
I don't think
I
my
mean, I
kids
can't
have been
argue
on
with
it.
that.
Yeah.
Oh,
my
what?
kids- yeah, I don't think they've been on it.
Come
'Cause
on.
It's
Derek
too,
volunteers to take them.
it's too loud.
I will.
I
Over and over again.
would have thought they
I'll
rode
pay
with
for the
all of us.
lightning lanes.
But one of
With
those
who?
times again was like all of us when the last time we went, because we would have ridden it, but I don't know if maybe we didn't go to Animal Kingdom with you, or you know what, we probably didn't ride it with y'all because we rode it early.
Mm.
And
y'all
we don't
show
get
up
there
early,
early. We're
so-
not rope drop people. We're like
We did it like
High
2
five,
times that day.
virtual high five,
Yeah.
Ryan. No.
like we sleep till we wake up. It's like there's no alarms. But now Disney, we got to get into
You
this. but
sleep
now,
till you wake up?
we don't set
That's
an
awesome.
alarm.
Can you
But
teach
now
me
you-
that?
Yeah, now you have to set an alarm at Disney if you want to get on some of the rides, which stinks. So I sit, to get like the virtual.
yeah, if
junk.
you're getting virtual queue.
So I usually set it for that, and then just turn over and go back to sleep.
That's
Yeah,
exactly
do
what we do. Like, and I don't even
not-
bother with a virtual queue. I'm like individual lightning lane, boom, boom.
Man.
Yeah, when you take like
You
two
guys got
kids,
kids.
yeah,
It's just me
that
and
starts to
Brady.
rack up. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
$100 to go on this ride.
Yeah, it's a different story when it's just two of you.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right. So we're going to do Dinosaur tonight. Cater said he has 3 ideas. Derek says he has 3 ideas.
Oh shoot.
I should have saved
It's
Indiana Jones.
backups
It's
because
backups, yes.
yeah,
Yeah, backups.
you only need one idea.
There was the one time when all 3 of you had the same or 3
Yes.
of
See,
you.
look, she did her homework. This is good.
Yeah.
This is good stuff.
I don't think I've ever had the same idea as somebody else,
No,
right?
I
you always
never
come up
saw
with
that.
something off the wall. So
Yes. And then we're also throwing in Restaurantsaurus too, right?
Yes,
Yes.
Restaurantosaurus.
Which I
Which was-
love.
You
Used
love
to be-
Restaurantosaurus or you love
I
food?
love it. I love Restaurantosaurus.
It used to be McDonald's, and now it's
It was.
not.
It was McDonald's. In fact, my friend's dad has like a McDonald's franchise. So she got to go to the pre-opening of Animal Kingdom
Nice.
because McDonald's was a sponsor and they had everybody down there. So
What do they serve in
Mm.
there now? I haven't been in there in years.
It's like burgers and chicken
the
tenders and
nuggets
stuff.
and
simple, quick service. Yeah.
yeah.
It is, but
But
it's
I
actually
like
really
it.
good. Yeah, it's actually really good for what they have, and it's
Yeah.
usually not crowded.
Agreed. And it's
And-
large enough that you can like get a seat.
Yeah, and their volcano brownie cake.
Oh, they have a volcano
Huh?
brownie cake.
Yeah,
This
it's
changes
fantastic.
everything.
It's good.
See, it's a hidden gem. Quiet.
Or does it?
Or what's our order tonight? Ryan, are you going
Uh,
first?
I
don't
can't
wanna
eat
go
chicken,
first.
so I'm probably not going to order the chicken. Probably is cheeseburger. I may try that volcano cake because that sounds interesting.
We're
It might
not-
be good.
We're not talking-
Maybe a lemonade if they have that to drink. If it's a light lemonade, I don't want that.
It's the
So-
light lemonade. You're
Yeah, I
gonna
don't
have
want
to-
that. So
you're gonna have
maybe
to
like the
switch yours there.
Powerade if they have the Powerade. That's probably my order for tonight.
That's a good choice. I
Yeah.
think you got a good
Is that-
choice
That's
there.
that's
I'm gonna
not
have the
what I meant.
nugs. I'm
That's
gonna
not
have
what
the
you
nugs.
meant?
No,
Oh, I can't have the chicken though because I'm allergic
no,
to chicken.
nope. That's still not what I meant. What's the order of who's going? tonight?
Operations.
Oh. I mean, I can go first if you want me to go
Do it.
first.
Go
Yes,
ahead.
that'd be
Well,
great.
you've already made an order. so
um,
It's actually pretty funny. Thank you.
This one usually I try to plan out better. This one came to me today. It was like the last second because I was trying
Uh-oh.
to think like, oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And I haven't felt well, so I've been sort of sick. And then I was like, I should have saved Indiana Jones because I used that one in the last one. This would have been perfect. It's the same ride system, but that's sort of cheating. So what I decided to do, I don't know if we've done something from this movie before or not.
Mhm.
We may
Oh no,
have.
is this what Katrin and I were just talking about off air?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, go.
All right. The Christmas no.
I did that last week.
That's
It's
right.
been done.
I'm just kidding. Okay, so the ride vehicle, I started with the ride vehicle and I worked out from that.
All
Okay.
right.
Okay, so the ride vehicle is the combat assault tank from Rogue One.
There you go. We were just
Katrin and I
talking
were
about
just
this.
talking
Yeah.
about this.
Like, no, we've not done Rogue One yet. So
I love
that's
Rogue
great.
One.
And
All right, so
Ryan
this
would
is
have
good?
known this if he
Yeah,
would have been
that's
on
good.
time.
That's
but
right.
He wasn't.
I was trying to get the kids. Yeah, I have kids. Okay, it's my excuse. Okay, so if you don't know what that, I should have sent a picture to Katrin. He could have popped it up on the screen. If you don't know what it is, you can Google it. They had a toy. There was a toy version of it you could buy.
They had a toy.
Yeah, so it's the combat assault tank. So here's the thing. So I've started with that. So you wouldn't have to change the ride vehicles too much. Just maybe put a different shell on them to make it look sort of like the tank. These are the tanks that carry the big crates in the back for the Kybers and stuff. So our main character is Saw Gerrera. So all right. So Saw Gerrera has stolen a bunch of these combat assault tanks from the Imperials on Jeddah. So we're on Jeddah, okay? Because that's where he led a lot of attacks. So Saw Gerrera leads a group of rebels and stolen combat assault tanks into the mines of Jeddah to try and infiltrate and steal the cargo shipments that are being transported by the Imperials. You are chosen to be part of his team and board one of the stolen combat assault tanks to travel deep into the mines of Jeddah. You will encounter Imperials, creatures of Jeddah, including the fierce scorpion-like Skriton and the sand slugs, and more. You will also take in the beauty of the Kyber crystal mines, and you will escape with the cargo. Oh, will you escape with the cargo, or will you be captured by the Imperial patrols? So I was thinking, since you're going to be in these assault tanks, you could have sort of like a Buzz Lightyear element to it too. Have the guns. Each seat has like a gun, and you can shoot like the creatures, and you can shoot the stormtroopers and all this
Womp rats.
No, no womp rats.
Are they any bigger than a womp rat?
The scorpions?
Yes. They're no bigger than a womp rat.
These scorpion-like things are. Look them up. It's Skriton. They are crazy, and there's even one that's a golden one. I don't know why that one's special, but there's the regular ones and then a golden one. So that could be worth
extra
a lot of points
if you get the golden ones. Okay, I like that.
So I'm thinking this is like a cross between Dinosaur, but you add weapons to it. And then of course at the beginning, you when you enter in it, you're like in a cave, and Saw Gerrera comes up on a screen to how he talks, in this typical gruff Saw Gerrera voice, and he's bringing you into his crew to be a part of this operation to try to steal the shipments, the cargo that the Imperials are doing. And then of course the restaurant will be Gerrera's hideout. So it'll be all decked out like a rebel hideout. And then I guess you could eat chicken nuggets or hamburgers or whatever.
And not light lemonade.
No, we're not having none of that trash.
I don't want your trash. I need pulp in my lemonade.
I need sugar in my lemonade.
I need something like Simply Lemonade. What are we talking about?
Garbage.
This good stuff.
Anyway, so what do you think?
And I think that's great, but also Simply Lemonade. That's one of the best Greebly things that you can use.
That is true.
It is true. It's what everybody uses.
The lid, yes.
The lid, yep.
The HEB grocery stores here have their own brand of orange juices like that. That has a little different shaped lid, so it could be like another companion Greebly.
Nice.
So what do you guys think? What should I add? Should I take anything away? What do you think? Is it good?
I think it's great. What are you going to do about the restaurant?
I just told you.
But what else?
Oh,
it's going to be Saw Gerrera's hideout. If you remember Rogue One, it's going to look just like his hideout.
There you go.
Yeah, and that's where you go hang out and eat before or after you go on your missions.
I was hoping like there'd be a trap door. Because like on top right now of the restaurant, there's like the chairs up there.
There is, and then there's like the little.
That's what I was.
Come
on.
Well, there could be a trap door for those that want to venture up to the trap door, and then there could be a regular entrance for those that are not capable of going to the trap door.
And you don't have to use it; it just is. It's a prop.
But it would be more fun. It could be a slide. The kids can run up. There could be a slide that
Ooh,
they
I
could
like
slide
There
down.
we go.
There
See, I
you
just
go.
wanted some
Yes.
more.
Yeah.
I knew you had.
This
I
is
knew you
good.
had it.
Slide
I just
down
wanted to
into
see it.
We have an
all-
addition of a slide and weapons, so I'm
Yeah.
like
Perfect.
straight up.
But
down
the
with
ride,
it.
you think the ride's good? Yay, nay? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm a
Yeah.
Rogue One fan, so
Yes, that's one of the best Star Wars movies. So
I would almost argue the best.
Originally, I was going to put the droid in the
Okay.
sort of lead position, K2.
K2.
SO.
But then I was like, it would make more sense if it was Saul because,
Yeah.
That's
that's
fair.
what he did. That
And
was sort of his thing.
yeah, either one could work though, because they're both these dynamic characters that people
Yeah.
would know who they are, like at least love seeing. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll save K2 for something else.
Perfect.
Love him.
How about Jen? Do you want to go next?
Would you like me to go next? I
Yeah.
can.
I'd love for you to go.
All
next.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. So with my theme of dinosaur, I might have done a little bit too much detail. We'll see. Or maybe not
No,
enough detail.
go
Who knows?
all out. Because mine is very little, so it'll be quick. Mine's a fill in the blank.
So I will have to say I have to shout out David Dollar to helping me keep this in canon in the correct time frames. And I bounced some ideas off
David.
of him and he helped me brainstorm. So basically, there is a new class of Padawans. These are folks who have shown some talent in the ways of the Force. This is set up between The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. And so we're kind of very specifically there. And we are in an undisclosed location where we enter a Jedi museum full of relics. And there's a voiceover overhead telling stories of Jedi victories and telling stories of Jedis of the past. So I haven't decided who does the voiceover, but that's what's happening. You get to the pre-show where you have Yoda, Obi-Wan, and Mace Windu. You're going to have to go with me on this one. Mace Windu gets to be in it.
Yes.
Be-
Always.
He just
Okay.
failed.
Thumbs up.
Is it like
Still alive.
holograms or?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah, they're all
okay.
absorbed into the Force. I'm assuming Mace Windu was also absorbed into the Force. And
He
so
didn't
he
die,
gets there's no proof he died.
Exactly.
So
Jedi
He
have
gets-
fallen from great heights before.
That's right.
yes, I'm just saying he gets to be there because I like him. So
Thumbs up already. My
I said,
favorite.
I fought back on that. Dave's like, well, I mean, can Mace? I'm like, he's in it. So he's there. They're the hosts.
The parks need more Samuel L. Jackson.
I mean, obviously.
I get. Yeah. I'm gonna. Okay. Yes, David Dollar's correct.
Now you're getting a text from him. I want to say that again.
Yeah. I'm not gonna put on the geek hat, but
I told you there might be some things that are a little questionable, but it's
No,
okay.
That's all right.
I'm not blaming you at all. It's David Dollar. I'm just kidding. I'm just being silly.
No. So they're going to board a Corellian freighter. We are going to the Padawans. Okay. We as the Padawans.
Oh, so we're the Padawans.
We are well, if you're walking through, you're going to be in the Padawans,
Okay,
right?
sweet.
Okay. So, but that's the pre-show, right? They're telling you about this. That you're going to go
Okay.
board this Corellian freighter. It's going to transport you light speed to Dagobah.
Okay.
I don't know if those can go light speed. I just assume they can. So we're going to make them go light speed.
It's gonna happen.
In my world, they do. So,
right.
but we're going to go to Dagobah. And while they're the masters of the Force, are going to complete our training. So the training actually happens after you leave the pre-show. We're going to walk to the ride, but we're going to add interactive elements on the walls because that's a pretty boring stretch right there. You're going to learn to use the Force, right? We're going to levitate things. The Imagineers will come up with something amazing as you're going through that whole little pathway. Then we get on our little ships and we get taken to Dagobah, right? And at the Corellian freighter, the first scene we see Yoda's hut. It's like where the Triceratops is because, gotta pay homage to where he lived. You're gonna, see some of the sights, the flora and fauna of Dagobah, if you will. Then the second scene, we're actually gonna pass the Cave of Evil because I feel like it needs to be represented with some holograms in there of some of the Sith, including, I say Darth Maul gets to be in here as well because again,
Nice.
this is my version.
Right.
We get to have Darth Maul and Darth Vader.
I've definitely had some things in mind that may not have fit.
Technically, Darth Maul was before Vader, so there you go.
The Cave of Evil. Yeah.
The suspension of disbelief.
That's right.
But then as we're going through, R2-D2 suddenly shows up. He's been sent as a messenger. Shows up to alert us to a problem. Jabba has put out a bounty on the head of Chewie and Lando. And we have to save them.
Oh.
They need the Padawans to assist with saving them. So particularly Boba Fett and IG-88 and Bosca. They are the three who are chasing after Chewie and Lando. So now it turns up and like the ride turns on. We start going faster. We light speed to Hoth because we're trying to track where they've been, how, Chewie and Lando are running. And there's going to be a Wampa where that first big dino is, the Wampa. And I did have to Google all the monster names. I'm like, I don't know what this is called. So I Googled them. And Wikipedia, thank you. Pops out. You're like, okay. And then the fourth scene, we see a Tauntaun. That's okay. It's where the Bronto is. It's like, oh, at least this is a vegetarian. And then
This is a vegetarian.
I don't know if Tauntauns are vegetarian. They just kind of seem
they
like
can
they
be.
are. Yeah.
They're
So
lukewarm. I know that.
Yes.
It gets me every time.
And then we're gonna light speed again. We're gonna keep going. We light speed to Camino, and where the pterodactyl is, there's the Iwa. That's like the flying thing from Camino. Yeah. And then we have to go to a third place because we have to go even worse, right? We have to go to Mustafar. And yes, and that's where Chewie and Lando have crash landed. So we've tracked them to Mustafar, where they have crash landed. And there's I had to look again. I have to look it up. It's a rogwort. It's a big, scary creature. That's where like the big dinosaur is. That jumps out at you because it's like creepy. It is like coming out at you. Basically, then we rescue them, and Chewie would be the passenger size extra large because
yeah,
Nice.
Lando can come too because
that's
we like
funny.
him. And
We're not gonna make it.
We're not gonna make it.
We made it.
We made it.
So it's a loose story, but I'm
I
going
like
with it.
it.
Oh, I thought that was
Yeah.
fantastic. And
Excellent.
I'm glad that you went second because one of mine was going through Dagobah. So that one's out.
I think
This
it's a
is
great
why-
idea for Dagobah to be in that ride because it's halfway there, right?
Well, that's what struck me. I was like, it's
Yeah.
the same ecosystem, basically. So there wouldn't be
Great
too much
minds think
changing.
alike.
Yeah. So exactly. Sorry, I took your Dagobah. But then
No. That's why I had extras. It's fine. We know this game now.
Right.
That's right.
And then the restaurant and is going to be called the Skiff, which
Oh,
is going to be. David also suggested an animatronic Java, which I'm not opposed to, honestly, because that could be kind of awesome. But we do have a couple of elements. First, I'll give you the element that David lobbied for, which I also agree with. There will be a gonk droid as the table because that's his punishment.
Yes.
Nice.
And the specialty drink here is the boba bubbler. It will have the boba, little boba beads on it.
Bub.
You can also get a Fett falafel, a Tatooine taco, the smuggler's salad, and the very amazing signature dessert, the salacious crumb cake, which is crazy buttery.
I thought you were gonna
sounds
say-
better. Sounds better than volcano cake.
and a hot dog.
We can add a hot dog if you want.
You've got all these great names. And a hot dog.
Rum
And a
cake.
hot dog.
Want to that.
But the salacious crumb cake makes your cholesterol go up 50 points immediately because
I want that right now.
so buttery.
Yeah,
I want. I have a
pretty
selection
darn
crumb
good.
over there.
That's
What was the time period again? Sorry.
Oh, I think roughly between episodes 5 and 6. How about that?
Okay.
And-
So Yoda's still alive, so he could be on Dagobah when you go there.
That's true. He could be there.
That'd be cool.
That's true. He could be there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he was still alive in that one.
Yeah. And these are the hidden Padawan that he didn't want to tell Luke about.
Exactly. Yeah, I
so-
haven't quite determined why
I
they're
keep
taking
these
on a
on-
class of Padawans, but I figured we could get around that somehow.
I'm here
Keep
for it.
Keep these on the down low, shall I?
He's
Wow.
he's
Was that
still trying to
Yoda?
get over it.
Almost.
It was a very bad impression of
This is a
Yoda.
cartoon.
Yeah, Yoda, you are not.
Hmm, yeah.
Keep these Padawans on the down low, am I?
I mean,
He keeps
3
them
out
out
of
back
10.
with the seagulls. It's very fun.
Stop it now.
Better than bacon.
Oh, that was great. Great job, Jen.
I love it.
Very nice.
Excellent.
thank you.
Nice work.
Well, now let's
All
see
right.
if these two guys can.
Well, Katrin said he wanted to go last, so I'm gonna go.
Ooh.
Oh, thanks,
Hoof.
Derek.
Hopefully, I don't take one of his.
I got 2 good ones still.
Okay.
oh, so you've lost one too already.
No, I've still got 3. I just.
Oh, okay.
One of them's just garbage.
Oh, yeah. But I.
All right.
yeah, definitely 2.
This is starting on the streets of Mos Espa. You,
Scooter Gang, right?
you
Oh, sorry.
are in everybody's favorite episode of the Book of Boba Fett. You have to go confront Mayor Moxie after learning his schemes with the Pike Syndicate. So you jump on with your gang of brightly colored scooters.
It's like the ET ride.
Yes, and you are chasing.
That's
But
awesome.
instead, the ride vehicle is in front of you, and that's the speeder you're chasing through all the different streets. And so as you're going through, you're hitting different vendors, and you're crashing into walls, and you're seeing different animals that are popping around, and there's all kinds of these different people that were in that episode. And as you're coming through towards the end, you've almost caught him, right? And they catch him in the episode. But this one, out of nowhere, comes a Rancor.
Oh.
And then he starts chasing you. And so now you've lost because he doesn't have a name. Remember, he's just like his major domo. So he splits off and you lose him.
Yeah.
So you're now going through the streets and you're running for your life from this Rancor. And all of a sudden, as you come through the side streets, you find him again and you crash into him and you stop him.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then you exit the ride into, of course, the gift shop. But then you go to the most amazing new restaurant in the galaxy, the Crate Cave. This is the Crate Dragon Cave.
Everything's really salty. Oh,
Yes.
that's great.
So as you go into the cave, the main thing is that they've just got the giant spit, turning with the Crate Dragon that has been slayed. But you also have the Tusken Raiders, and you see the scenes, and it looks like kind of the mountain scene from Mandalorian.
Mhm.
And that's all the food is more themed towards that. And you've got those
Chicken
those
nuggies.
orbs.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Nuggies.
Chalky milk.
Yeah. And you have that, and that's sorry, that caught me off guard. I didn't catch it at first. Zoom. That's the restaurant, the Crate Cave. But I love how Ryan thought he was guessing wrong, but he absolutely hit it right on the head.
I am okay. Here's the thing. I'm gonna be in the minority. I'm one of the few people that I think likes the little scooter gang because it's like from original concept art,
Yeah.
and that's
It's
why they
just-
used it, which
It's
is
just that the
cool.
episode wasn't great because
Yeah,
they
but
made
the-
it so slow.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the scooters themselves, like people are giving a hard time. I'm like, that's pretty cool that they pulled from original concept art
I loved it.
Yeah, that's great.
and used it in the show. So I don't know, I like that.
So the ride's almost like to kind of redeem that episode where it
Yeah.
feels much more fast paced.
Yeah.
Like,
Mm.
oh wow, now I'm riding. Now I see why the show looks so slow because you're actually moving really fast. but
How
it doesn't look
loud
like
is the Rancor? Is it like
as loud as could be?
Loud.
Like,
man.
at
Ryan can't ride it then. He doesn't
ride
like
it.
loud
Yeah,
noises.
at least
Make the children
135
cry.
dB.
oh
Jet engine loud.
well
Maybe
Your Apple
louder.
Watch is going to go off.
yeah, it's gonna
Tell
you've
me.
crashed.
And if you take a picture mocking children crying at the end, you get one free lightning lane.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you tell us? You mentioned a gift shop. Can you tell us what they sell in the gift shop?
In that gift shop, you will be able to buy parts
No.
of your body.
Cyborg parts?
Yes.
Oh my-
Yeah, just like
I
just
love
like
it.
the gang.
Can I buy like biker vests and stuff?
You can, and also you can buy special kyber crystals from the
Eye of Geek shop.
Excellent.
I'm just gonna keep
let's
making that
see.
part of my
Can you have one with
That's
like
in
a
all the
little
shops,
rancor
yeah.
inside? Like
I've got one from the Ahsoka, the map. Get it while it's hot before Ahsoka ends.
The funny thing is, we don't plan this. I'm just pushing it. I'm a pusher. I love it. I think it's great. No, and then your kyber crystals, yeah, they have the rancor, a rancor tooth in it. That would actually be really
Ooh.
cool. Or a little
actually a great
speeder
idea, and I
bike
like
in
that.
there.
I do have a Loth Wolf tooth that I sell. So
You
I
don't have a
can-
rancor tooth.
I can make one though.
You should, yeah.
I can do whatever.
So that's
Can
my
have little-
ride.
Have
You
little
sell-
scooters.
Scooter mirrors.
Oh
there.
yeah. Wait, a little scooter horn. Beep beep.
Little radio controlled scooters so you could drive around like the droids.
That would be really cool.
You can build your own.
Or it
Build
could be
your own
like the Evil
scooter.
Knievel. You know, the Evil Knievel toy that would
Oh yes,
Yes.
that was a great toy.
Duke Kaboom.
Yeah. Dude, come in.
I like it. So I'm sure that you've taken Katrin's number one.
No,
I know how much he loves the
I'm-
scooters.
really surprised that only part of one of mine actually made it through here. But I'm gonna take the one that I'm excited about. It's kind of stealing a little bit from one of my other ideas, but this ride.
Already ran out of ideas.
No,
I was kidding.
this one is not. But it's related to another ride. Okay, so this
Okay.
ride
They're cousins.
is sponsored by
Oh,
EA
Oh, it's
Games.
sponsored by.
EA Games.
EA Games.
Because
Oh,
you're
just
going to
gonna-
be part of Battlefront 2 in the Ewok hunt.
I thought about doing that.
Yes.
That was my original thought was to do an
Yes.
Ewok hunt thing, but then I'm like, no.
I did think about Endor.
Yep.
I was like, oh, they make a perfect Ewok hunt place, but then I was like, no.
So you start off in the bunker.
Nasty little murder
Oh,
bear.
love it.
All right, and it's Major Hewix is the guy's name that's with the Imperial, and you're of course protecting the bunker. You know, they're like, we got to get in there. These Ewoks are taking over, so they're trying to stop us from being able to destroy planets with our weapon. So we've got to go in there, and it's going to be dark. So if you know the game, the Ewok hunt game, it's
Yes.
pitch black.
It's
You've
the
got
best.
flashlights and guns, and you don't know where they're coming from. So that element is in this ride. So you're riding in this transport, and there are lights on the transport. There are guns, like kind of like what you were saying, Ryan, having an interactive.
Mhm.
This one has interactive as well, so you can hit the Ewoks that are jumping out and screaming and hollering and throwing stuff, you know. And you're going through the ride, and at some point, there's just different rocks that are coming in, you have to dodge the rocks, and at the very end, of course, the tree falls and you go under the tree, and this one, and your mission though is to try to help the other stormtroopers that are out there. So there may be some that are fighting, but you're kind of corralling everybody and getting out of there, trying to defeat the Ewoks. So
You're killing Ewoks.
Your goal is
killing
to kill
Ewoks.
Ewoks.
I'm like
Yeah.
sad about that, but also I like Ewoks and I want to see them in a ride. So
That's right.
Does Yub Nub play at
Yeah.
any time?
all the time.
Yes,
Yub
of course.
Nub,
And
Yub Nub.
in Restaurantosaurus,
Okay.
it's being rethemed to Imperial Outpost
Uh-huh.
Endor.
oh.
Is there a slide?
There's it can be.
Sorry.
It can be. I don't.
I mean, yeah, don't take
there
so
light
much credit
lemonade?
for your slide because I had to coerce that out of you. I was like,
Yeah.
I kind of felt like that was the most phoned in thing you've done, and so I was like, and what about the restaurant? And you're like, what about it? I already said it. I was like,
I'm just
"No."
being silly.
I know.
So we have some of the food items you can get at the Imperial Outpost are some Imperial potato skins or Endorian. This one's kind of weird. Endorian Ewok bites. It's not Ewok that you're eating. It's just meat and vegetable skewers. It's
You're
not
eating
Ewok.
Ewok.
Meat, actual food. That's
Well,
Right.
okay, so you're either
Ewok.
eating Ewoks or you're eating stormtroopers because I'm pretty sure the Ewoks ate the stormtroopers
That's right.
in Return of the Jedi.
We can neither confirm nor
we're
deny.
we're kind of change the narrative here, and we're defeating the Ewoks. You know,
Yeah,
and
cannibalism is a good narrative.
But is it cannibalism because Ewoks and stormtroopers different species, different?
Yes.
Which
So it's
one
not-
am I?
basically
Which
bear.
one? Which species am I?
Like in real life or in this ride?
When I walk into this
Oh, I'm sorry.
restaurant.
In this restaurant, I mean, you're going into an imperial outpost.
you're an
so you
Imperial.
probably better be an imperial
then I better
guard
be
or
eating Ewoks.
stormtrooper. Yeah,
Because
So-
if I'm eating stormtroopers, I've seen the
I
movie
think
alive.
people will be upset about.
I know the
that.
Donner Party.
I don't know how. I
I'm
think that's
good.
very Disney.
So what do they call? What is the skewers called?
Endorian Ewok bites.
Okay.
That's the
We're
skewer.
eating
Yeah.
Ewoks.
Yub nub.
There's an ATST all-terrain burger,
I like it.
Rebel wrap. Then we do have a Yub Nub Sundae, Death Star donuts.
I like
Oh,
that.
Then let's see, there is a Tatooine sunset smoothie.
Love it.
We have all kinds of different, and a galactic lemonade. I forgot about that too. So there is a lemonade.
Hey, is it
But is
light?
it light lemonade?
Tell us about the lemonade.
Yes. We need to know about this lemonade.
Please tell us about the lemonade.
It's
Is it premium?
It's premium. It's infused with blueberry and raspberry flavors, creating
Ooh.
a vibrant purple hue.
I like it.
Oh, you went
Okay.
out all
How about that?
out.
Yeah.
Dr. Sir.
I have
Because at Disney World, you
descriptions.
either have light lemonade or if you want to buy the $10 drink, it's premium lemonade,
Yeah.
which means they actually have
Somebody's
sugar
really
in it.
angry about lemonade.
I don't drink sodas, so it's like don't mess with my lemonade. Anyway, I love this idea, Katrin.
That's
This
great.
Thank you. Thank you.
this is definitely my favorite of this episode. No offense to anybody else, including myself. But that
Haven't
part of
Katrin and
that
I both used that fight scene.
Huh?
I don't
think
know.
so. I'm just talking about the using Battlefront 2, the Ewok
Yes.
game.
That's what I
is-
mean.
Have you used it before?
We used some of it on the Toy Story Mania
Yeah.
ride.
Oh.
We were using some elements from it. That's why I was
Well, I
like,
like
kind of
that too.
steals from
I
it,
was-
but it's still
I was
No,
saying
what
this
I was getting at.
episode.
Oh no, what I was getting at is that is a timeless piece and should be used in every
That's right.
ride.
Yeah.
There's never an opportunity
That's
when you
a
don't want to
timeless-
have that
okay.
fight. Yeah, I always want to have Ewoks and Stormtroopers fight.
Always want to
Yeah.
kill Ewoks.
I
don't know.
only
just want to kill Ewoks. That's all. That's all I want to do.
my only concern, okay,
It's
and I want you to answer this question honestly. You said it was sponsored by EA Games.
Yes.
Midway through the ride, does it stop and say, if you want to continue this ride down this path, it will be an additional $19.99 for the DLC?
but you will get
No.
a new skin.
But you will get a new skin.
You get poses and
You get the
The,
battle pose.
yeah, exactly. You get crystals.
If you don't want to pay, you get off the ride right here. Exit this. The
Exit
chicken
into our Kyber Crystal Den,
Yes.
hosted by I Am Geek Shop.
Yes. If you do want to continue, there will be a credit card swipe.
Credit
that
card
lights
slot.
up.
You
It's already on your Magic Band. Don't worry.
That's
You're gonna
right.
have your
You just
info.
bloop.
You can
You're
tap
in.
that way.
As a matter of fact, just blink twice if you're in.
I could see EA Games doing that.
So hopefully that means there'll be
Disney
a
doing
third
that.
Battlefront.
Yes.
And this isn't just the second one. So
I loved it. I think it's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yes.
thank you.
Yes.
It's perfect for that space.
I want to go play that Ewok game right now.
Well,
I might.
let's finish this up. And...
Yeah. I haven't played it forever, so that means it'll be like 30 minutes of.
Oh, it's terrible. I
Downloads or
played
whatever.
with my son, and it's not as easy as it used to be. Like I had a cheat on it where I would go to the edge of the map and just kind of roam around and just stay at the edge.
Yeah.
And now it's like people are just good at it because it was right when it came out. We would do
There's a
that,
bunch
and I
of
would always
sweaty
make
tryhards out there now.
Yeah. So I'm
Ugh.
terrible at it.
Ugh.
I was good
Oh,
at the
gosh.
game like early, and then everybody else started getting on. I was like,
Oh, it's so hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Jen,
my
is
son
that
thinks
one
it's
of your
funny.
favorite games?
Yeah, absolutely. Play it
Yeah,
every
thought
night.
so.
My,
What's your favorite class to play as?
Yeah.
Heavy.
She's all about galactic assault.
You know
yeah.
me. Like,
That's
I
my
don't even
favorite.
own
I
a
love
video game
Galactic
system
Assault.
anymore.
Yeah, sniper, heavy assault. What we know,
I
Officer.
mean,
officer. I can see you as an officer.
okay. I
Yeah.
like that. I could be an
Okay.
officer.
So that's another element I thought about was like kind of like the Millennium Falcon ride
Yeah.
at Hollywood Studios. You get assigned a card, right?
Ah.
So if
That's
you
true.
know you had a different job on the
Mhm.
transporter, maybe you're running the flashlight and trying to shine it on the
Mhm.
Ewoks, and the other guys have the gun. So you've got maybe a heavy or an officer or something like that. So
Yeah.
And some of the guns, the aim's not very straight because you are stormtroopers. So like you got to figure out your aim.
but if you go to the stormtrooper training that's at Toy Story Mania now, so
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
then
Mhm.
You
you've
get more-
learned how to shoot.
Yeah.
So.
Or if you
Get
buy the
better.
Yeah, but you
DLC.
don't. Dude, stormtroopers never know how to shoot. They suck.
Maybe
Well,
it's the
but
guns. I
Obi-Wan
don't know.
disagrees.
I
I mean, he does
I
say
mean-
precision.
He says
But the
it, but
stormtroopers.
sort of old then, you know. He's getting the clone troopers and the stormtroopers
know.
confused.
He doesn't know what's up.
I mean,
Can't help
whatever.
it. Can't help it.
Well, I love it. I think we
Thanks.
had 4 great rides.
Yeah, that's awesome.
3.5.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry, mine wasn't the best.
I meant
Jeez.
mine.
No,
Whatever. I was
No,
trying to be
yours is great,
self-deprecating. I was
That's
trying
good.
4 great ones.
4 great
for
ones.
amazing.
Very
ones.
okay.
Yes.
Just a little bonus, and then we'll let
Yeah.
we can get off here. Can you tell us what because you said you had 3? Can you give us
Yes.
just a little
So-
thing of, or
Yeah.
it could have been this?
Yeah. So my first one was the Luke Skywalker rescue on Hoth. So you're flying through.
Oh, there
and
you go. Oh.
You've got the Wampa, and it's like, "Rah." But then
Yeah.
my son was like, no, that needs to be the Expedition Everest. It's like,
That's
"Rush, be
accurate.
quiet, that's it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So then the other one that he came up with that he really wanted me to do, so I'm glad we're mentioning it, is the rescue of Anakin from Mustafar after the battle with Obi-Wan. So you're
Picking
riding
up a
this-
charred body.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
So the pre-show is you're talking, Palpatine's like, we've got to go get Anakin, so you get on this I forgot what we had, like a platform or something is what you're riding, and of course it starts and it's normal, but then the factory whatever happens when they hit the controls and everything starts falling apart, so things are falling and you're dodging them, and you see the battle as you go throughout the ride, and then at the very end you're picking him up like you do the extra large passenger. So we made it. But one thing that I thought was kind of interesting is none of our rides were time travel necessarily, right? I
No.
mean, yours kind of did. You went from different movies, right, Jen? Yours
I went to
jumped
different,
from
like
many
we
lands
like
or whatever, but yeah.
different planets.
There's no
But
time travel
I
in.
wondered
in
if
Star Wars.
if there was somebody that would have picked an
Um,
idea that where somebody
I
was
thought
going back
about
to
it.
pick an
There
animal.
is time travel in Star Wars, Ryan.
No, there's not. Dave Filoni says there's not.
I don't know. I almost incorporated it, but I was like, I don't know.
He said the world between worlds is not time travel.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he says. He's the guy who made it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he would know.
He's the creator.
Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah,
what he
I
wants you
figured
to
that might be
think.
pushing it a little bit.
He's
too
he's
much.
never had any twist or turns.
But the way he explains it is it's not time travel. That it's looking through a doorway, and if you took something out of that
Mhm.
doorway or put something into that doorway, then it messes stuff up. But it's not time travel. Is what
That's
he
time.
says.
That's,
No.
what
It's,
is it? A linear plane? Do you want to have a debate on if time exists?
I don't know. I just know what he said
Just
in his
kidding.
interview.
I'm just kidding.
I'll call him right now. Hold on.
Please do. Ask him why he doesn't return my calls anymore. Is it because I didn't send him a birthday card last year? Like, what's
It's
No,
ringing.
you just
Hold
called
on.
too many times, Derek.
Hold on, it's ringing. It's
That
ringing.
freaked him out.
It's ringing. Hello? Is this Dave? Yes. Dave Filoni?
Enough about Beauty and the Beast.
Yes. Just
Ryan?
Star,
Doesn't this break
Star Wars
your
question. Oh, you're not that Dave Filoni. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I
breaks
called the
your
wrong
order
Dave
of
Filoni.
protection?
Dave
Well,
I called
Filoni.
Dave
Anyways.
Filoni, the plumber from New York, Dave Filoni.
Okay.
I called
Well,
the wrong one.
Anyways, so
Filoni's
Jen,
Flushers.
Jen, where can everybody find you at? Where can everybody find Jen and all of your amazingness?
Oh, well, thank you. You can find me on all the social platforms, basically, at Upon a Star Jen. My personal Instagram is at Jen_Novotny. And the Main Street Electrical Podcast, of course, at the MSE podcast on.
Well, let's give an extra plug for Upon a Star because
Okay,
that's what I was going to say.
Well, I would be glad to.
If one of our listeners or viewers says, "Man, I really want to go to Disney like in a couple months, but I don't know how to get there," what should they do?
Or I just don't feel like planning it all myself.
I don't feel like planning it.
That's fine because that's what we love to do, and we would love to get you there and give you all the tips and tricks for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge as well. So
how much does it normally cost to use a travel agent? Like if I wanted to call you like, hey, can you plan my vacation? How much does that cost?
I'm so glad you asked, Eric. So I would say in most cases, it costs you absolutely nothing extra. Zero when you are booking through a travel professional. In most cases, there is no need to charge a planning fee. So just reach out to Upon a Star.
And I'll personally say Jenn and her team are fantastic. I've gotten to work with them several times, and everybody on that team is amazing. And I think there's a lot of great travel agencies out there, especially ones that are really good at Disney like they are. But what sets them apart is their team is just so cool and so diverse, and they all just love what they do. And they don't just do Disney either. Like you want to go on a sandals trip, you want to sandal like cruises, destinations, Europe. You guys even do like luxury flights and stuff.
Yeah.
So like shameless plug for you again. But I just love your team. I love working with Jenn, and I'm so glad that you came and did this episode and that you listened to the show.
Yes.
Thank you. I mean, it's such a fun show. Seriously, I laugh like in good ways. Not at you, with you.
You can laugh at me.
I mean, sometimes. No, it's so much fun, and it scratches that itch in my brain for the maybe the
mindless
nerdier
comedy
things that I love, like Star Wars, which is not an insult because I love it.
It's totally fine.
Yeah, but I should say geek. How about that?
Yeah, because nerd implies that we're smart, and we're not smart. We just like geeky stuff.
Some of us aren't smart.
I don't know.
My friend Katrin here,
I think y'all are pretty smart.
Oh yeah, Katrin's very smart. Very smart. That's why
Ryan and I.
Yeah, we're
Oh, stop it. No, seriously.
We are not the brightest crayons in the box.
No, we're not.
Seriously, though, I am honored to be the first female guest on the Big Landspeeder.
Yeah, so if you're a female and want to be on the show,
the second one to listen.
Yes, the second one to listen. We really want to get Ashley Eckstein on.
Oh my gosh,
we
she's
really
amazing.
want. I don't know if we can, but
she ignored my calls. So
can I just tell you? So when I was at a conference last year, and she was at that conference. She was kind of one of the guests. We were staying in the Disneyland hotel, and she was in the room next to me.
That's awesome.
Oh.
I figured that out literally the last day. I was like,
like you kept hearing Ahsoka.
I heard the voice in the hallway, and you're just like,
you heard Ahsoka's voice, and you're like, where?
And you're looking like some TV on, like what?
Snips, where are you?
What's happening? So it was when I realized, I went, oh,
wow, that was cool.
It's pretty cool.
So anyway, that's why it's one door away.
I love it. Well, thank you for being on. I guess it's that time to wrap it up.
Say goodbye.
Yeah. So if you could sing the little song there, Derek, that'd be great.
Our company.
LAND.
Wait, SP. Landspeeder.
EEDER.
Landspeeder.
ER.
Wow.
EKF.
We went off the rails.
RNK. Oh, I could do the Derek Frank.
Oh, there you go.
DR EKF RNK. All right, we're done with this episode. Crash and burn.
Next time on Living with the Landspeeder, I will have been to Disneyland and just Disneyland, right?
Yeah.
And Disney World. I
Wow.
think.
Wow.
Oh, dang.
Coast to coast.
Wow.
Coast to
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm sure I'll have stories to tell if I make it through it all. We shall see. We
Don't
shall
crash
see.
land.
And if you have ideas for the show, I won't be flying the plane. If you have ideas for the show or attractions you want us to do, let us know if you're watching on YouTube in the comments, or on social medias. Living with Landspeeder. Make sure you like, subscribe, tell your friends.
Send us money.
No, you don't have to send us money.
No,
Just-
you do.
You can, but just get your friends to listen and to watch. Just
And have
do
them
that.
send us money.
And go to Iron Geek Shop on Etsy and buy lightsabers. Buy kyber crystals for your lightsabers, for your Savi's lightsabers.
Wait, so I say send money and you say no. Go to my store. Send me money.
Send
Send
me
it the
money.
safe way.
I'm doing it the safe way. Don't,
Send Catron money and him and I'll split it.
That's right.
Ryan won't get any.
I give you stuff.
They're going to go buy some lemonade. Premium.
I know. Anyways, this episode of Living with Landspeeder is not sponsored by Light Lemonade. And it never will be. We'll see you next time on Living with the Landspeeder. This has been chapter 13. Good night,
Bye-bye.
everybody.
Solid work.